Hello everyone, it's a bit weird this one, isn't it? I'll tell you what, there was a damn sight more people in the room last year when I did it. Someone needs to have a word with the people who were selling tickets because it's gone down really badly. Hello, thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm going to do some poetry. I did some poetry last year, they've asked me to come back, so it couldn't have been that bad, could it? I'm going to start with a football poem. Every poet should have a football poem, and we are in sunny Wolverhampton, and of course, hashtag we are Premier League. So this is actually a poem for all those people who don't like football, to try and convince you that it's a wonderful, beautiful game and make you understand what we love about it. It goes something like this. He walks this route 26 times a season, and despite the rain, cold and miserable results, he sees no reason to give it a miss. Because today, he knows this. Today, he knows old rivals and neighbours will be beaten. Today, he knows every pass will be perfect. Today, he knows a slight from 4 seasons ago will be righted. Today, he knows we will sing songs mocking their adulterous defender, who today will stand awestruck at every exquisitely timed run. Today, he knows the manager will find the tactics to get the most out of the midfield. Today, he knows the keeper will save an unjust penalty. Today, he knows the £35 million striker will earn his pay. And today, he knows there will be no lumps at the bottom of the Bovril. And the pie will be hot. Even in the middle. And as the whistle blows, the crowd cheer together. Today he knows this will be the best game ever. And behind him, he hears a fellow supporter saying that this game is life, and life is amazing. They lost 2-0. 2-0. Wastrels. Before you, if there's anyone applauding that poem, can you just stop? There's a VAR check. Don't worry, this isn't going to affect the flow of the set at all. It's a good poem. Hey! You see, that didn't affect anything at all, did it? That didn't ruin your enjoyment. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my TED Talk. We're going to go on to another poem. This is one I performed last year. And it's one I always perform. I enjoy performing it, and I think it's got a message that needs to be heard. If you've seen me gig, you'll have seen me do this poem. If you've stood next to me at a bus stop for more than 5 minutes, you'll have seen me do this poem. And, you know, it's kind of relevant that we're on the internet, because that's what it's about. Internet. When we first met, it was great to see you. You were my best mate in the best pub with the best grub. You were sausage, mash and peas in a Yorkshire pub the size of a bathtub. Yeah, it was great to see you. Now, I've lost my faith in you. Internet. I remember in our early days watching 2 people on either side of the Middle East divide find empathy for each other. And that was in a chat room that displayed nothing but text for people who were fans of Beck. Beck! I mean, imagine if we tried that now, it'd be contentions in all caps, and perhaps someone would mention Scientology, and that row would go on and on and on and on and on. And then a guy would say something misanthropic before a Russian troll stepped in, and then an admin would have to lock the thread because he was off topic. This, he would say, is not about Beck's work post-Odelay. And because everyone's bitter, it wouldn't take long before someone called the admin Hitler. And all this time on a divided West Bank, stones would be thrown at a tank, and kids on both sides of that line would die. Internet. I remember in our early days on a website run by Lucy making all these friends because of our shared love for John Carpenter movies. Lucy. She could speak eloquently and confidently, and now she expresses her opinions internally and silently because she's trying to second guess what liberties people will take. Which ones are going to threaten her with murder or rape. Internet. I remember in her early days, you didn't have to know everything about me. I could have secrets and privacy, let my thoughts take me on a journey, and yeah, I went to some downright strange and scary places, but you were happy for me. You were just glad I was around. Now you want to know where I am, where I've been, who I'm drinking with, what I'm wearing, what I've bought, what I've sold, who I'm attracted to, my favourite colour, my entire search history, and if I've got any tattoos. You want to know my gender, my sexuality, my age, my ethnicity, my desires, my hates, my hopes, my loves and my fears. Internet. I have to admit, it's time I withdrew from this relationship, and this isn't it's not you, it's me, it's definitely you. I'm tired of you hiding the truth behind hyperbole, displaying race hate comments and being a gatekeeper to my content when you suggest nothing but nonsense. Internet. Internet. I've lost my faith in you. Cheers. Rapturous applause on Zoom. Rapturous applause on Zoom. Yes, we're all aware of the irony. Right. This is a bit of a different one. It's, life's like a roller coaster sometimes, isn't it? And you've got to go up so you can go down. An old guy, Harry, sits alone at the back of the Black Boy pub when a bell rings to say that the night is almost up. If anyone but the barmaid was in this booze, they'd think the old guy in the corner was a bit of a loser, but Harry, he knows a thing or three, despite rumours to the contrary. He knows that in pool, 2 shots carry. He knows 154 is triple 20, triple 18, double top. He knows that when you're in the pub, you never, ever talk shop. He knows 1,000 stories that'll make the protagonist shine. He knows you got to stay away from that dangerous lady in the corner called barley wine. He knows Old Ducky's 4.6%. He knows Guinness is 4.2. He knows if you want anything stronger, you've got to have a bang on his arm brew. He knows his vibrating hands were caused by machines he thought he controlled. He knows he was blind. He knows his bosses wore a blindfold. He knows she was proud of him, and that is cathartic, but he knows that since she's been dead, the bed has been like the Arctic. He knows this sanctuary of sticky carpets and ale is about to go. There's a rich man in Kent who knows it'll make more money as a Tesco. A bell rings. This is the last orders at the Black Boy pub. Harry leaves without a final drink. He knows he's had enough. Cheers. More rapturous applause, thank you very much. This is my final poem. September last year, so 2019 for people who are watching it on the internet in the future, I was a granddad for the first time, which is usually when I do that at a live gig I get like rapturous applause, so I'm just going to assume that that's what's going on. Really, you don't have to say anything. I literally did nothing. I don't know if you know, but when women have babies now, they don't bath the baby. When my kids were born, they bath the baby. They don't bath the baby anymore. They actually tell you not to bath the baby until the cord has fallen off. So I went to see my granddaughter for the first time when she was 16 hours old, and I was given this kind of dried lump of goo. But weirdly, I didn't see all the goo. I saw the millions of possibilities that this young life could become, and that's what this is about. this is my last poem, and when I finish, I'm just going to walk off, and I think you'll know why. Also, I haven't learnt this poem. I know you're probably thinking, you've had all the lockdown to learn it, but seriously, I've been watching lots and lots of really bad 1980s schlock horror films, so I stand by my decision. I don't see your hair, Bab, matted with all that womb gloop. Maybe I see long locks, dark auburn with a shock of bright purple at the front. What do you think, Grandad? And we know that it don't matter what I or anyone else thinks, but it matters to you, just a little bit, that I like it. And I do. Of course I do. I don't see your eyes, Bab, peeping out from sleepy lids. Maybe I see them behind round-framed John Lennon glasses looking over at me and saying, Grandad, have you read about this? And I don't know nothing about it. But you guide me through it anyway, and I think I'll get it, but I'll go home and read about it on Wikipedia, just so that I could talk to you about it next time that we meet. And you know I'm going to get it wrong. And you don't care. I don't see your lips, Bab, suckling the air, giving a grizzle for some milk. Maybe I'll see them shout out to someone across the park, then you plant a peck on my cheek and leap up and run over, and as you walk arm in arm, you turn back to me, put your fingers to your lips and blow me a kiss, and I see it float through the air, and I catch it, I pull it to my belly, and I hold it tight. I don't see your arms or your hands, Bab, wrapped up in a granny crocheted blanket. Maybe I see them held up, palms outwards, calming down an angry dinosaur who just don't understand these young'uns today. You talk so softly, I can hardly hear you, and the dinosaur's teeth go into hiding. And I know, and you know, the dinosaurs are going extinct. I don't see your belly, Bab, pulsing that infant rhythm. Maybe I'll see brief glimpses of it on a film you send me as you bounce and dance and strut to a band you hadn't heard of in a field you only got to yesterday. You send me a message saying, Grandad, these are the shit. And I stream everything they've done. I even send you a message 6 months later saying, have you heard? They've got a new album out. And you say, nah, Grandad, don't know that. But you knew, do you? I don't see your legs, Bab, chubby, floating in the air. Maybe I'll see them tapping 180 beats to the minute as you hold this poem in your hands and read it for the first time. And I think you ate it because I ate it, and I can't believe I showed it to you. I mean, what the hell was I thinking? But you tap me on the knee and you smile, and then you know what you do. You get out a piece of paper and a pen and you start writing, and I can't stop crying. I don't see your feet, Bab, wriggling, going to market, having roast beef. Maybe I see your Converse under the curtain, hear them squeaking on the vinyl floor as you come over and go, are you all right, Grandad? And I say, ah. But you know I ain't. But you make me laugh anyway. And you hold my hand and you say, it's all right now, Grandad. You can go. So I do.